Hello, and welcome to Isagenix Celebration 2021. I am Dr. Eric Gumprich. I am Director of Research and Science, and I will be your host for the next 20 or so minutes to talk about the strength, the legacy, and the science behind Isagenix core products, with a nod towards some of our clinical study results with our weight loss systems. Now, one of the questions I want to start off with is what makes Isagenix so superior, so great, so novel? And the answer to that is a combination of things. First of all, it's our formulation and development of high quality, nutritious products, foods, and dietary supplements. You combine that with a very innovative eating pattern known as the shake day, or as I see it from a science perspective, calorie restriction and intermittent fasting, or as you know it as the cleanse day. So you combine the high quality, nutritious products with this novel, innovative eating pattern, and you get transformational health. Okay. Now, on this particular slide, the transformation you see is visual. It's weight loss, it's changes in body composition. But one need not be overweight or obese to derive the benefits of incorporating Isagenix core products or systematic approach into your lifestyle. So let's talk about those core products. We have to start, of course, with the top of the pyramid, the isogenic shake, right? So this is a balanced, nutrient-dense meal replacement product, or food, right? Now, at the key of the isogenic shake, we have the highest quality dairy-based protein featuring that undenatured whey protein. Now, how do I know it's undenatured? Because I'm the one who sent it off to an expert lab to test for it, right? It is definitely undenatured whey protein. But for those who want a plant-based version, we have plant-based proteins for these shakes as well, right? And we combine various sources of plant-based proteins so you get a complete amino acid profile with the plant-based shake. We also have low glycemic carbohydrates. And why is that important? Because then you won't spike your blood glucose or blood insulin levels when you consume the product, right? We have healthy fats, of course. We've got prebiotic fiber to give your gut microbiome and bacteria something to consume and improve your overall health and wellness through that. We have vitamins and minerals, right? But also because of advances in food technology, we now have the ability to provide those vitamins and minerals through whole foods, such as sweet potatoes, spinach, maitake mushrooms, and even seaweed. Okay, so by that we provide you with all the vitamins or vitamins in these whole blend shakes, our newest entry into the isogenic shake family. So the isogenic shake provides you with maximum nutrition. Right? It's a concentrated product with minimum calories, right? So you don't want all those extraneous calories. And it's also the right type of protein, as I mentioned before, the highest quality dairy-based protein, including undenatured whey, as well as the plant-based proteins. And we also have the right amount of protein per meal. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, we're hitting that sweet spot of protein of say 20 to 40 grams per serving with these isogenic shakes. Okay, that's optimal for fat burning, for muscle protein synthesis, and for satiety to give you a feeling of fullness for your next meal. The second core product is Ionic Supreme. Okay, that is our adaptogen rich beverage or shot. Because it's adaptogens are present in the product, it helps balance and normalize your body's systems, right? That's what adaptogenic herbs do. And because of that, it helps improve your overall mental and physical performance, right? So provide you also with more clarity, more mental focus, etc. And of course, the Onyx Supreme can be consumed hot or cold. Once daily is probably our recommendation. Third core essential product is Cleanse for Life, right? So this is our potent phytonutrient beverage for either deep cleansing, which how you consume it on a cleanse day. A bit more about cleanse days in a moment, or daily cleansing, where you consume the product once a day. Cleanse for Life, as I mentioned, is phytonutrient rich, but it also contains adaptogenic herbs and other key botanicals designed to help protect and nourish your body while fasting on those cleanse days. And how does it work? It supports your body's natural detoxification systems. So, what do I mean by that? Your body already has the ability to detoxify the toxins that you consume in the air, in your food, in your water, all around you in your environment. So, you have a healthy kidney, you have a healthy liver, but Cleanse for Life helps those organs, those systems work just a little bit better. And we've actually got scientific support to promote this. Now I'm going to switch gears slightly and talk about nutritional inadequacy, a major problem facing US adults. If you look at the chart here, particularly the bar chart that says food alone, if you notice here, you'll see a variety of nutrients on the side of the chart. And this is data from something called NHANES, which is the government survey data collection base. And you can see that food alone provides you with inadequate intake of several selected nutrients, right? Those bars do not hit 100%. Now, specifically, if you look at the bullet points here, at least 90% of American adults are insufficient or inadequate in their intake of at least one key nutrient, whether a vitamin or mineral. And in this case, vitamin D and vitamin E in particular are suspect in the typical American adult diet, right? 90% of American adults do not get adequate vitamin D or vitamin E in their normal dietary eating habits. Also, we have magnesium, right? So magnesium is involved in about 300 enzymatic reactions. I look at magnesium as kind of like the James Brown of minerals, the hardest working mineral in the body. And even for magnesium, we're only half of the American adults are consuming adequate amounts of magnesium. And finally, you'll notice with the omega-3 fatty acids, okay? You've all heard about omega-3 fatty acids, the fish oil component of our diet, right? Eat healthy fatty fish like salmon or tuna or mackerel. But did you know that even salmon, which is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, probably is only providing you with about half the amount of omega-3 fatty acids as you think, right? And that's because of the way that we're feeding the salmon nowadays. So they also are consuming much less omega-3 fatty acids. And so when you consume the salmon, you're consuming much less omega-3 fatty acids. But here at Isogenics, we have a solution to this problem. If you look back at the bar chart, you'll notice that food and essentials, that is our complete essentials daily pack, with that product, you get 100% plus of all your vitamins and minerals required. So let's talk about a complete essentials daily pack for a moment. It consists of isomega, as I just mentioned, the fish oil, right? So fish oil or the omega-3 fatty acids supports heart, cognitive and metabolic health, and immune health, okay? Pretty much a jack of all trades here. You also have my favorite supplement in the daily pack, the cytoactives, okay? Supports cellular health and it has four key bioactive nutrients, right? Vitamin D, which, if you remember the previous slide, 90% of American adults are insufficient as far as their dietary intake. We have resveratrol, that really cool molecule found in red wine that we're all very familiar with. Coenzyme Q10, right, which is essential for metabolic health and energy metabolism. And then finally, my favorite vitamin E family member, the tocotrienols, which is pretty much good for a lot of things metabolic health wise. We also have isogenesis in the Complete Essentials Daily Pack. That you might know it as our telomere support product. Okay. So for those of you who are not familiar with this, telomeres are the ends of the cap or the caps of our DNA, right? It covers the DNA, prevents the DNA from unwinding so that they start frazzling as you age. Isogenesis also helps neutralize free radicals and supports your overall detoxification antioxidant defense system. And how do we know that? We did a clinical study and showed that with colleagues at Arizona State University. Another product in the Complete Essentials Daily Pack is our vitamin C product, C Light. Okay, so for C Light, we have vitamin C, which supports joint, skin health, blood vessel, and immune functions. Right? Vitamin C does a lot of things, and of course, it's your key antioxidant in your water soluble or your blood phase of your body. And because we want it to be easier on your GI system, we don't give you the vitamin C simply as an acid that will cause you GI disturbances. We provide salts that make it easier for you to absorb, more bioavailable, and easier on your tummy. And then the final product, of course, for the daily pack is the essentials itself, right? So that's our vitamins and minerals supplement, right? And even here, we formulate it so that it's more bioavailable for your body, easier to digest, and also provides things like 5 different forms of, say, calcium, right? So again, you're getting the best forms of these individual nutrients. So now I'm going to move forward to the actual weight loss system itself. I've spoke about the core essential products. I'm going to talk about putting them together as a systematic approach. So the first thing is a shake day, of course. That's what you're going to assume most of the time when you're on Isogenics is a shake day. Now the shake day schedule shown here in front of you. But of course, at Isogenics, you're allowed to customize to better fit your lifestyle, your eating patterns, etc. Right? In general, what you would do is you would consume a isogenic shake for breakfast, perhaps one for lunch, and then consume a healthy 400, 600 calorie dinner, right? But of course, again, you can customize it. You can throw in various other products like Natural Accelerator, like Isoflush, like snacks throughout the day. And indeed, we have some individuals who consume many more calories than even shown on this slide, and they still lose significant amounts of weight, right? So go ahead, customize it so that it fits into your lifestyle. We also have, of course, our version again of the intermittent fasting protocol, which is the cleanse day. Again, here is a typical schedule for a cleanse day protocol where the start of the cleanse day is consuming about 4 or 5 servings per day of Cleanse for Life, right? That major detoxifying supporting product. But of course, we have a variety of other products you can consume in a cleanse day, right? Snacks, other supplements, etc. So then you have your shake day, which is an example of calorie restriction, and you have your cleanse day, which is an example of intermittent fasting. And we've also gone a step further. We've actually made the cleanse day easier to follow by instituting a cleanse day tracker you can see here on your screen, right? So the goal here is to stay on track by consuming no more than 10 credits per day on your cleanse day. How do you do that? Well, we make it easy for you. We provide you with, we assign various credit numbers to individual products based on their caloric values, right? So if you're consuming a product with no calories, say water or black coffee or tea, that's 0 credits, right? So as long as you stay around that 10 cleanse day credits on your cleanse day, you know you're in that sweet spot of caloric intake. So schedule wise, also, here's a calendar showing how we would recommend starting with a cleanse day protocol, right? So most people consume cleanse day perhaps 1 day a week. So in a month, you'll be consuming 4 cleanse days, right? So some people also like to do back to back cleanse days either every other week or 2 consecutive weeks. Now, either way, you would be consuming 4 cleanse days in a month. Okay. Typically, we do not recommend people consume more than 4 cleanse days or follow more than 4 cleanse days in a month. Okay. And as always, we say anyone who wants to embark on a cleanse day protocol, you should be wise to speak to your healthcare practitioner or provider. Now, I always like showing a slide like this because if you're going to talk to that healthcare provider or practitioner I just mentioned, you want to go armed with the facts and you want to describe the isogenic system correctly and accurately, right? So this shows you, like, for example, what isogenics cleanse days and cleansing is not. It is not a water fast, right? So you are consuming some calories. Remember the 10 cleanse day credits I just showed you? You're consuming about 200 to 400 calories per day because we think that actually makes the fat burning weight loss process even better than a water fast. And it's definitely not a colon cleanse. So don't go into the doctor's office and say, I'm following a cleanse day protocol, giving the impression that it's a colon cleanse. It is absolutely not. What it is scientifically supported intermittent fasting. And of course, by definition, it is a significantly lower intake of food. As I mentioned, about 200 to 500 calories on a typical cleanse day. But again, you can customize it based on your goals and your needs. Now, I also like to say isogenics is the originator, not the duplicator of nutritional cleansing or intermittent fasting in this context. Okay. So, what do I mean by that? The originator. We were ahead of the curve. Okay. And this chart shows you what I mean by that. On this chart, you can see on the y axis going up and down is basically the number of scientific publications with intermittent fasting. Okay. So, anywhere from 0 to up to 100. And this is over time, going back to 1946, right after World War II. Now you can see current day, we have a straight line up of publications with intermittent fasting. You don't need me to tell you that intermittent fasting is in today. It is hot. It is popular, right? But what's missing from this graph would be an asterisk around the year 2002. So if you look at 2002, you'll see there was only maybe 5 publications that year on intermittent fasting. Okay, 5. What else happened in 2002? Isogenics was founded. Okay, so you can see from this graph of scientific publications regarding intermittent fasting that we were ahead of the curve. We weren't following the curve. Okay. So we were the originators, not the duplicators of nutritional cleansing. So you might be thinking, okay, Dr. G, what are the benefits of intermittent fasting? Well, there's so many benefits of intermittent fasting, and I've kind of narrowed them down to the key ones on this one slide. First of all, it stimulates fat burning. Okay. So once you get through your glucose and your glycogen in your stores, you start burning fat. It also results in, of course, altering your body composition towards a more favorable, healthy profile. Okay, less fat, more lean body mass or muscle. It supports glucose and insulin levels. It activates your body's natural cellular cleansing mechanisms, something called autophagy, which you may have heard of. Autophagy, in fact, was awarded the Nobel Prize about 5 years ago to some Japanese scientists. Autophagy is the cell's version of spring cleaning, right? So with autophagy, the cells get rid of damaged particles or damaged micronutrient particles, DNA, proteins, fragments of the cell, gets rid of that. Intermittent fasting makes that process of autophagy work better. And relatedly, intermittent fasting supports your overall body's antioxidant and detoxification systems, as I mentioned previously with Cleanse for Life. So I hope I've given you the impression that isogenics is science-based and validated, right? High quality foods, supplements, plus a novel, innovative eating pattern results in transformational health, backed by science and nature. Responsible sourcing. I mentioned the undenatured whey protein from the grass-fed cows, right? Natural ingredients, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no preservatives like that. Gluten-free, and of course, we have a rigorous quality testing program on isogenics. So I've talked about the core products. I've talked about the key systems, the shake day, the cleanse day. Now we're going to move forward to one of our three clinical weight loss studies with isogenics products. This one you may have heard of before. It is our Skidmore College clinical study. And this study was very unique. It had two phases. I'm talking about phase one first. Phase one was weight loss, right? So here, everyone followed the combination of shake days I mentioned and intermittent fasting cleanse days for 3 months, right? Everybody's on isogenics. These individuals were male and female, overweight and obese. So what do we see? We saw these incredible results over the 3 months. You can see here on the graph, looking at body weight first, about 28 pounds lost for men, about 23 pounds lost for women. And as you can see on the other bars, most of that was fat mass. Okay, so they're losing about 2 pounds per week during the study. Healthy, great, favorable weight loss. Okay, and this is all again, it's phase one weight loss. But even within the fat loss, they lost the right kind of fat, right? The bad fat, as we think of it at headquarters, the visceral fat, the abdominal fat, right? This is the kind of fat that you cannot touch. It's not subcutaneous fat that you can pinch on your arm or your cheek. It's internal, it bathes your organs, and it is very bad fat. You do not want to accumulate this kind of fat. So they lost the right kind of fat as well. Then we did something that no one in our industry had done. We took that weight loss data, that weight loss design, and said, we're going to extend that for a full year and perform a weight maintenance phase of the study, a full year beyond the weight loss phase, right? No one had done this. So for this, we divided the subjects into two groups. One group stayed on isogenics, albeit a less stringent version of the shake day and cleanse day protocol. The other half were transitioned into what's known as a heart healthy dietary program. Okay, this is a very good diet recommended by many doctors across the world. Again, we followed these individuals for 12 full months. What do we see? These results are unbelievable. Okay, in this graph, you can see first, let's focus on the dashed lines. The dashed lines are isogenics. Okay, so you can see here, one of the figures is body weight, abdominal fat, fat mass, and then lean body mass. For all of these four measures, you can see that the isogenic subjects were a straight line. And what does that mean? They did not gain any weight back over the 12 months. They did not gain any fat back over the 12 months or that bad abdominal fat I mentioned previously. And if you look at the lean body mass, they actually increased some of their lean body mass, their muscle over that period as a percentage of their overall body weight. Okay. That is the textbook definition of weight maintenance. That's successful weight loss, right? You lose the weight, you keep it off. Now let's look at the solid lines, right? This is the heart healthy group. They gained back some of their weight. They gained back some of their fat. They gained back some of their abdominal fat and they lost some of their lean body mass. Okay. Now, not to the point where they began to study, but they did start trending backwards to where they were. These results clearly show the superiority of isogenics versus a very good heart healthy dietary program. We're very proud of these results. Now, you might be thinking, is isogenics a one trick pony? Do you guys do anything besides weight loss studies? Is it all about weight loss? Not that that's not great. And the answer is no. We have other clinical studies demonstrating the efficacy of our products. And I'm just showing you three studies here. Okay, we've shown through a study with our collaborators at the University of Pittsburgh that our AMP pre-workout products improve athletic performance benefits. Okay, and this was a placebo-controlled double-blinded study. Second, we did a study at Arizona State University with our AMP Knox, and we found that AMP Knox offered cardiovascular benefits. And finally, we did a study with a school called Clarkson University where we looked at our eShot or energy shot and found that eShot improved aspects of cognitive and stress support. Oh, and oh, by the way, these three studies were published in high quality, peer reviewed journals. So, again, what is isogenics? Isogenics is the combination of a wonderfully designed, nutritious food and dietary supplement armament combined with a novel, innovative eating pattern, right? The shake day, the cleanse day, or again, as I look at it, the calorie restriction and intermittent fasting. You combine these two together and you will inevitably get some transformational health. Thank you very much and I hope you enjoy celebration.